Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am GrandMcLegend, and yes, I am back after like 3 weeks of not making videos. I did upload a short, but that's not really a video, is it? Now, let's be real. But yeah, I am back. We are bringing you the tier 8 Deathstar, which is indeed the Caliban. So yeah, pretty stupid tank to start my return after 3 weeks. So yeah, the tier 8 Deathstar, or otherwise the Caliban. It is, as what people call it, the tier 8 Deathstar. It's like a Deathstar. It says it's a heavy tank, but really it is just a tank destroyer in disguise. And basically what it is that it's a massive dirt gun with Hesh and AP. That is basically all it is. It's a very derpy tank, but if you play it correctly, it is definitely a very good tank to have in your garage. But then again, not many people want a tier 8 Deathstar, will they? Plus, the RNG on this thing is absolutely poor. We're going to have a look at the stats, and we are going to see what this tank looks like on paper. 1,768 hit points on this thing, pretty mediocre for a heavy. 120mm on your turret and 94mm of hull armor. So yeah, the armor's non-existent for a heavy tank. You can get the troll bounces. Sure, you can get the troll bounces, but the armor is not reliable. So do be sure to try and stay in cover when you can. I mean, I camp in this vehicle sometimes just because the armor's poor. But yeah, when you realise how derpy this gun is, yeah, you won't want to do that ever again. So yeah, moving on. You do have 35% concealment while stationary, 29 while moving, and 8 upon firing, which is pretty meh, if I'm honest. It's better than the Deathstar, that's for sure. 1,747 DPM, and that is a 19.9 second reload. So yeah, pretty long reload and very trash DPM. It's not the well, it is a damage dealing vehicle, but it's not made for like DPM. It's made for the blow it does. It definitely inflicts on the enemy. So yeah, your penetration, you do have 235 on your AP and 184 on your Hesh, which is actually really nice. That can actually get you through most things. 184mm of Hesh pen. And then you could do like 860 average damage per shot, which is actually really nice. 580 on your AP, 860 on your Hesh. 6.8 second aim time. I think that's longer than the KV2's derp gun, which is absolutely ridiculous. And you do have a dispersion of 0.403, which is actually really inaccurate. So yeah, this is the definition of derpiness in this game. And you will see how derpy this is in game in a minute. So yeah, 8 degrees of gun depression, and you have a top speed of 30 kilometers an hour. Right, it's slow, it's derpy, it has no armor, and it can get spotted on the other side of the map. So yeah, this is not a tank, this is a skill-based tank. You can't sit at the back of the map and do nothing. What you have to do is you have to try and go second line behind the actual heavies. So like, for example, in this battle, if the 53 TP and the K2 go this way, then I will sit behind them and just farm the enemy. We might be able to get some Hesh shots out as well, looking at the enemy lineup. And you can already see that this speed is absolutely trash. I mean, 30 kilometers an hour for a heavy tank in tier 8, sorry. Yeah, pretty dumb. And you can also see the turret traverse as well. That hurts. It's definitely not the best of vehicles, I'll say that now. But if you do get it, I recommend, like, if you like it, then get the Deathstar, because they are very similar in play style. So, we are going to see what we can do, and yeah, that just goes to space. So yeah, that isn't the best showcase of the Caliban, I guess. I mean, we just absolutely donked the shell in that Chrysler, and we did absolutely nothing. So yeah, what we are going to do is try and hit this yo with a nice Hesh round. 862. So yeah, it can work. It's a very nasty gun actually when you play it correctly, of course. But if you do like the shot that I did at the start of the game against the Chrysler, yeah, you're not going to do much. So yeah, do keep that in mind. What's this Chrysler doing? Have 919 damage into you. So yeah, absolutely stinking gun this tank has. And it can be very, very dangerous if you play it correctly. Like, what we are doing right now is we are sitting behind our teammates and we are just, well, I'm going to try and bait this Semavente here to try and get a blocked shot from him, but I don't think he's going to fall for it, which is annoying. This Emil is begging to be shot. And he doesn't come back. That's annoying. But the SMV, however, is coming round. We'll just hit him with HE because, well, having AP hit the lower plate of an SMV C64 is never going to work out well. So yeah, this tank is definitely credits hungry. I'll say that now. It's not a tank if you don't like spending credits. Especially if it's high risk, which in this case it is. So yeah, I don't recommend playing this tank much if you don't like spending credits, or if you're a free-to-play player, I should say. And I think we've lost this battle, which is annoying because, well, I think that's all we're going to do this game. But yeah, we managed to do quite a bit, if I'm honest. We managed to do like, what, 3k, something like that. But yeah, I think this Aeroc is going to lose the game. But yeah, moving on. The Caliban, it's an alright tank. It's definitely situational. If your team is shit, you do shit. That is basically the way this tank works. You need to have your teammates with you, otherwise it just goes appallingly wrong. But if you have good teammates, yeah, you could be absolutely dangerous in this thing. It can be deadly, like you saw me against that, well, the Yo and the, what should we call it, the Chrysler. 2.5k, but yeah, that is probably the most you're going to do usually in this tank. It's not really about actually doing the damage. It's more like, well, it is about doing the damage, but it's weird how to word it. It's not about the DPM. It's about the damage per shot. That's what I was trying to say. It's not a tank for doing DPM. It's a tank for damage per shot. And it absolutely stinks. Like you saw in the previous battle, it is very nasty when it wants to be. But yeah, of course, the gun can be troll as hell. And you have no camo rating whatsoever. So you will get spotted like across the map. We are going to try that. It does hit the tracks, unfortunately. But we did manage to track him, and that is basically a repair kit gone for him. So I have been spotted, unfortunately, by that RU-251, which is actually really annoying. So I'm going to see if he decides to poke that again. If he does, that is not a very wise move from him. Or wise move from me, I should say, to be honest. Because this dispersion is absolutely trash and you can't aim your shots in this thing. So the Pantera is raging quite clearly, and we have an M449 coming up on our rear, so yeah, this is going to be fun. I don't know if he bounced us, so yeah, that shows that our armor can be troll. It can definitely be troll on this thing, that's for sure. But yeah, I could run away. I'm going to turn my turret, and then when he next peeks, I'm going to shoot Hesh into his turret, or try to at least. And we fail, of course we do. But yeah, the projectile has come to help us, I think. So yeah, we completely wasted that opportunity, because there is also a BZ-58 down here. But he does have a pretty weak ammo rack, so we might be able to deal with him fairly easily, maybe. Depends on what our RNG is like. But yeah, we ain't done much this game yet, which is unfortunate because, well, I'm trying to showcase the bloody thing and it ain't working well. So we're just going to, yeah, this tank is very RNG dependent. I'll say that now. We need help over here. Nice one, Progetto. But yeah, this tank, it's not that good when you don't have that many good players on your team. And yeah, that was right in the side of him, right there, as you can see, and it bounced. Or ricocheted, or splashed, I should say. This M4 is going to kill me any. But yeah, this tank is definitely skill-based. It's not a tank for beginners by all means, but if you want to play this, then yeah, go ahead. But it's not a tank that I'd recommend trying to get if you can, because it's just, it could be better. Like, of course, but it is a derp gun after all. You don't want to, like, have an accurate tank in tier 8 that can do 560 alpha per shot, or 860 if you know how to use that hesh. But yeah, this tank is not really that good. I just thought that I'd do a stupid review for the first video in like 3 weeks. But yeah, that is basically it on the Caliban. No armor whatsoever, derpy as hell, and it is definitely like RNG dependent, and it's definitely situational depending on the people around you. So yeah, I do not recommend buying this vehicle. If you get it, you got it, good. Yeah, fine, that's it. You got a Caliban, well done to you. But yeah, it's not the best of vehicles. The Caliban, yeah, don't buy it. But yeah, that is basically it on the Caliban. It's, well, there's nothing really to say. It's just basically a tier 8 Deathstar that's even more inaccurate than the actual Deathstar itself. So yeah, that is amazing. But yeah, that is basically it on the Caliban. So, if you haven't liked or subscribed to the channel already, do consider doing so, as it helps me out. And, well, why wouldn't you like and subscribe? You wouldn't miss future content, and if you do enjoy this kind of thing. But yeah, that is that. If you want to join my Discord server, the link is in the description below. And if you also want to send me your replays, do send them in the email down in the description below, and then I can feature those replays on the channel. And well, that is basically it from me. I've been GrandMcLegend. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.